So this is second time founder mode, right? There's always a debate online, like second time founder, third time founder versus first time founder, and the differences and how you operate and the lessons learned. Tell me a little bit about second time founder Nick. Like what are you doing differently to first time founder?
I think the whole second time versus first time is nothing obvious. It's not like this tick list of, okay, well, I learned from this, now we're going to do this. I think it's more just a sort of slickness to the operation. So we're much better at managing. We know the quality of employee we need to make our vision happen. We know how to bring that together, bring the team together, focus on a vision, focus on a strategy. We know not to get distracted by things that aren't actually going to drive the business forward. We're very focused on revenue levers now. So, okay, what is going to drive revenue? If we're spending X, what is that going to drive revenue-wise? So it's all those sort of almost intangibles rather than, okay, let's use this tech stack, let's build the dev in this language, blah, 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 blah. It's very much more a slickness and confidence that we've taken with us into this second one.
I guess what do you wish, if there is anything that you could, I suppose, tell first time founder Nick, if you can go back in time and you're working on Design by Night and then you appear in the room, what sage wisdom and knowledge are you dropping?
Well, I would have said do a reservation platform straight away rather than 2.5 years later. I think it's the distraction element. I think you can get pulled in so many different directions as a founder. Controversial, it's not very controversial, but even like networking events and all of that I see is very big at the moment, which is great, and it's good to find a sort of tribe and a community of other founders you can lean on if you don't have that. But for me, it's get your head down and bloody work. Those 3 hours networking, what could you have done on your business at home instead? And partnership opportunities and all of that sort of stuff that is essentially noise around growing the business. You've really got to be good as a founder to put a helmet on and block out all of that noise. And just focus on building the business. Put your ego aside. I think a lot of founders now come into entrepreneurship driven by their ego.
Sure.
So you got to put your ego aside and just get your head down and work as hard as you've ever worked before.
Yeah. And that is really what it takes, right? Because there seems to be a lot of commentary online about how you want to grow a huge multi-million-pound business, but you want to work 4 days a week or something. And I think that's wonderful, and that's a different conversation. But as an entrepreneur, is that possible? I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think to get started, at least, so the first 2 years, you have to give it absolutely everything. You have to give that startup the best opportunity of success, and one element of that is focus and hard work. If you think it's something you can just switch on and switch off and work 9 to 5, I've never seen a startup that I've worked with or invested in or a founder I respect that took it easy for the first 2 or 3 years. Everyone I've spoken to that's been a success worked as hard as I did on Design by Night. Doesn't mean you have to pass that on to your team. I don't expect our team to work like the founders do, but as founders, you need to be so incredibly driven and single-minded. I'm yet to be disproven of that.
I'm not going to disprove that. I agree. Tell me a little bit about something that you said just then, where you said you've got better at analysing the quality of the employee. What is a good employee in Nick's eyes? What do you look for when hiring? How do you build a world-class team and culture?
Yeah, it's really tricky. Design by Night, we only ever raised angel money, so we didn't have tons of cash to throw at high demand employees. So it was a very young team. Andrew and I spent a lot of time growing that team. We put a lot of our effort into coaching them, helping them, putting in processes with them, which was a huge success and something we're really proud of. And most of the juniors that started Design by Night ended up as managers. And then have gone on to great things as well, which I absolutely love. But with Trumpet, trying to take a bit more of a different tact. And it's not necessarily spending more. It's spending a bit more to buy more experience, but it's not suddenly going and spending 200 grand on, because someone's gone to Harvard. But you're looking for more self-starters, a bit more self-assured, a bit more self-confident in their ability, the confidence to push us back as founders. We're very opinionated as founders. We've got our ideas, but I always say to everyone, challenge me.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. That's good. I want you to challenge me. And more often than not, you'll be right. And I'll be like, great. So it's more that they just get on, they put in their own processes. They've got a way to learn and develop, probably more on like the processes and management side, which is what we're here for. But in terms of their skill set, that they're just a bit more competent and have the confidence to go and do that and succeed.